Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris, and this is an engine that we have gone through and done some repair work for Paul Davis out of Alaska. He was just having some problems with it hurting itself quite often. This is a gas motor. It was originally built by somebody else, and we just got into it and changed piston, ring package, and camshaft, and did some more improvements. We're gonna take care of the valve covers on it too here as soon as I'm done. But so it has basically our package in it, and this is mechanical mechanical fuel injection on gas. So that's probably why it was getting hurt every once in a while. We got a pretty decent tune in it right now. You can see that it has a small pump. Looks like a small Waterman pump. This is everything that was already on the car and running the way it was. It's 500 and gosh, I think this is, I can't remember, I'm sorry. I think it's 540 cubic inches. Prodix, BB, or this is, yeah, 3 X heads, CNC quarter heads. Nice overall piece. They're using this in one of their street classes up there. So what we'll do is, I believe that it's a 1071 Enderley hat on that. Been working on the nozzles, placement, direction, and sizing. We don't have a high-speed lean out on this, but actually it doesn't look like it needs one, according to fuel curve and EGTs and whatnot. Anyways, what we'll do is we'll go out and make a pull on this thing and show you all the numbers. And real common on these, when you shut the throttle blades, my dyno loads it real hard and it shuts off right now. So anyways, that's perfectly normal. Everything's good. Let me get the camera situated here. Turn off the fan and start downloading information. Yep. It's a nice pull. We've put a little more pulley into it, make a little more power. You can see right here, made peak horsepower 1356 and peak torque 1092. We can decent graph. You can definitely see that it lays over pretty decent right through here. It realistically has a lot to do with even though it's on C16, I'm not super fond of leaning on that thing real hard, being still on gas, and I know it would take more, but it's in a really safe mode right now. So let me bring up some numbers here for you to look at. It's a nice broad flat curve for sure. Excuse me. Let's go. At 4,500, we're 1,023 in torque, 880. 4,500, we're 1,057, 1,002 in horsepower, 55, 1091, 1138. 6,000 or 1,088 torque, 1237. You can see here that it's, like I said, it's a typical Roots deal. Pretty broad, pretty flat power curve, but because they don't keep on climbing on boost, they don't RPM or don't make the same kind of peak horsepower as what a centrifugal does. Anyways, 6,500 is let's go right there. 1068, 1315. And then 7,000 is 1356. And then right in that whole range you can see 1351, 56, 55, 53. So it just starts rolling over right there at 7,200. I could get that out of there, I think, but it would take a little bit of leaning on it for pretty minimal horsepower improvement. So let me bring up some other graphs here for you. This is the EGTs on it. We can go down here and we can look at average EGT. The number one, just due to that being a street manifold and no port nozzles, that's all hat nozzle. With the other reason why I'm not leaning on it super hard, because it is a little harder to help the individual cylinders out. But with some placement and some different jetting nozzle changes, we have been able to get it quite a bit better than what it was. You can see that's average number here on the bottom. So the average number from the whole suite, 1309, 1249, 1283, 40, 74, 1319, 1273, 1249. So picks a little bit on 4 and 1. But not excessive. It was about 300 degrees different in between cylinders when we first started doing it. Let me get out of this screen. So it's all good if you look at it. It ends within end numbers 1411, 1356, 1391, 53, 80, 1411, 77, 56. So it actually, they end out with all within 50 degrees of each other, basically 50-60 degrees. And I don't have the other thing I don't have is I don't have a ton of timing in it either. So EGTs, I could get it to go down a little bit with put a little more timing in it, but I would rather have him be able to do that at the track if he decides to try to lean on this himself. Let's go look at AFRs, boost, oil pressure. You can see here we have this is our driver's side AFR, ended up at 12.2. Passenger side ended up at 12.1. All looks good. Started out at 14 pounds of boost. It does climb, just doesn't climb at the same kind of rate, but it ends up making 18.5 pounds of boost. Oil pressure's right up there. Still has a 2050 oil in it, so 100 pounds, 107 pounds up through here. The AFRs look good. EGT, like I said, we would lean that up a little bit too. If we put a little bit of timing, it would lean up the AFR, but drop the EGT. And it would, excuse me, and it would make a little more horsepower. But I think I'd rather send this out safe and good, making better horsepower than what they were before and living. So there is a little more room in it. I don't think there's much more than 50 with this pulley combination and everything in it. But other than that, real nice piece. I'm happy with that kind of curve. That's safe. That's going to be something that's drivable and usable in his combination. And I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.